Ohio State's Bo Jackson's been so fun to watch this season as a true freshman, and I think it's awesome that in the biggest game of his career, he had the best game of his career. He finished with 22 carries, 117 rushing yards, which is a career high in a single game. Also had 49 receiving yards, so really effective performance as a receiver as well. And like I said, he played to the level of this game. You know, this game demands a lot. This is a very heated rivalry, demands a lot out of the players, and Bo Jackson lived up to that, which is really impressive as a true freshman. But we'll watch what he did against Michigan, and we first watched him against Ohio, and we watched him against Washington. And in that video, I said he just does such a good job following these offensive line and running into green grass. We'll see that on this first clip. This is a bit more of an Ohio State offensive line clip. And, you know, Bo Jackson does a good job just following the blockers. And we'll see in a little bit where Bo Jackson's going to add some yards at the end. But, you know, I think the recurring theme that you'll notice in this video is it's not just a Bo Jackson highlight tape. It's really more of an Ohio State offensive highlight tape. We're going to see Bo Jackson elevate Sayin. We're going to see Julian Sayin elevate Bo Jackson. We're going to see Bo Jackson elevate the offensive line and vice versa. And we'll see that on this play here. And you want to know why Julian Sayin's a Heisman, not only a contender, but a Heisman favorite, in my opinion, is just how fast he can process everything and how fast these decisions make it happen. So you can take a look. He just passes on these deep throws here, and he just feels his Bo Jackson wide open in the flat here. He's just going to dump it off. And this is a 3-yard pass here. Really easy pass for Julian Sayin. It was a good job hitting that check down. And then that superstar true freshman is just going to add another 20 yards to that. So, you know, that's how you get in a Heisman race, is not just you, it's the offensive line, and then it's the players around you. And I think we saw that on that play there. Nice little check down, turns into 20 yards. So this next play, I actually think this is well defended by this Michigan defensive line. Outside zone, Ohio State's trying to get a double team into the second level here. And you can take a look. 44 is just not going for it. It's a really good job by him eating up that space. And now 30's in a play, in a position to make a play on Bo Jackson in the backfield. This should have been a 5-yard loss. You know, so not the best rep for the offensive line here. Before we saw the offensive line elevate Bo Jackson, now we're going to see Bo Jackson elevate the offensive line. You know, he's dead to rights for 5 yards, and he's just going to do this all himself here, making him miss in the open field. And then take a look at Carnell Tate downfield. You know, this is 10 yards downfield. A guy that's a first rounder in this upcoming 2026 draft. You know, he's been so productive as a wide receiver. This is how you win national championships, is you have these guys blocked downfield. And, you know, this block is going to add another 20-ish yards to this run. This goes for 36 here. And it's a good job by Bo Jackson just kind of navigating. That's what Bo Jackson does so well, just navigating all the trash in front of him. You know, all the muck, all the wash in front of him. He did such a good job of that. But another thing, you know, for a true freshman running back, a lot of fans complain, like, why is my 5-star running back not playing? Why is he not seeing the field? He's so much better than this guy. Well, it's because that a lot of true freshmen, they don't do a great job picking up blitzes, and that's the thing that's a lot more important than it seems, because, you know, if Bo Jackson doesn't pick up this linebacker here and he gets a free shot on the quarterback, Julian Sayin, you know, this is Ohio State-Michigan rivalry right here. This linebacker's trying to light up Julian Sayin. You know, God forbid his season's probably over, or, you know, you risk a really serious injury. So I think it's awesome that as a true freshman, you can trust Bo Jackson to pick up these blitzes, because I'll tell you right now, not every true freshman, not every running back in the country can do that, especially as an 18-year-old. But that ends up not only being a sack, it's not a sack, it goes for a 20-yard gain because Bo Jackson picked up that blitz. I know it seems like a small thing to praise a running back for, but, you know, that's how these true freshmen see the field, is if you can do that well, you'll see the field. This next one, just navigating the muck, the blocking downfield by Carnell Tate. It's not just a Bo Jackson highlight tape. You know, it's an Ohio State offense highlight tape. And I think that's kind of the recurring theme on this entire video here. Really strong running back, also 215 yards. He just can add yards to the end of runs just by kind of keeping his head down and just driving. We see that in a little bit, but just watch how easy this move is to just make him miss. I think it's kind of difficult to tackle Bo Jackson because he's going to put his head down and he's going to pick up yards, you know, by having that contact balance. We saw that before. Or he can just kind of fake that and just really subtly go to his outside. So it's number 7, again, has him dead to rights here. Bo Jackson's just going to add another 5-ish yards just by taking this to the outside here. You know, it's very subtle. If you want to win a national championship, those little things just add up. And, you know, here's another one. This is inside zone to the right here. So he's actually trying to press this A-gap to the right. At least that's what it looks like to me. and he can just feel that defense just kind of overextended to the right. They kind of reacted to that offensive line too hard to the right, and then that's just going to leave that left lane wide open, that left cutback lane wide open. And then he has the athleticism to take that. And and I also really like how Bo Jackson's not content with a 20, with a 15-yard gain. Instead of just taking this down, I think like most running backs would, they just kind of lean into this Michigan guy here and just kind of pick up another 2 yards. Instead of doing that, he can kind of feel him out leveraged to the left, and he's just going to take it to the right for another 5 yards here. Adds up. It adds up. And then look at the contact balance that Bo Jackson has. Like I said, 215 pounds. He's a really strong running back also. That's going to get kind of lost in how good of an athlete he is and how good the vision, how good the patience is. But I think this clip right here, you can see that weight room stuff show up as well. But that's what Bo Jackson did this week against Michigan. Like I said, it was awesome how big of a rivalry this was. Bo Jackson, we saw him go crazy against Ohio, a game that probably wasn't on national TV or wasn't being as followed as this Ohio State-Michigan game. And he honestly looked more comfortable in this Michigan game, as the season just kept going on, and he's been so impressive. But you guys got to let me know what you think about him. Any other players you want me to check out, please check out we-draft.com. Thanks for watching.